Oi! I'm sorry from what I know. And there's a viewer takeover.
Oh, fuck.
This is the Midnight Gamescast. We record every Monday night at midnight, and then we bring it to YouTube every Tuesday as the weekly wrap-up. That's when we hang out and talk about video games, talk about what happened in the week, and then every Wednesday, it's PlayStation VR. Theater.
Get a little mustache after.
What's going on? Somebody should shave that off, sir or madam.
Gone.
And every today as viewer takeover. That's when we let you, the loyal game cats, we let you take over the show. We read your comments everywhere we find them.
You're being hit.
Should be.
He's close, but he misses. Skill.
We read your comment. We respond to your comment. We look at your comment. We make fun often of your comment.
Often.
So, as always, I'm Brian, and that's not how we do this. To my right, your left, Jeremy King. We don't do the introductions this
It's
way.
fine.
I'm Michelle, that's Brian, that's
To my
Jeremy.
left, your right, Michelle Barrett.
And this is Viewer Takeover.
And before we get started with the show, we want to make sure we thank Seraphim190 for that unbelievable
awesome.
introduction.
Awesome. Yeah.
The introductions, I feel like, just keep getting better by the week.
Yeah.
Yep.
We love you.
That was awesome.
We love all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty epic.
Yeah, that was funny.
But you know who we love more than all of you?
The names.
The names.
Can't help but
The names.
These people down below here are our loyal Patreon supporters.
Supporters.
Yeah, trying.
Yeah.
Throw shit at the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah. Spaghetti done?
And so the deal is with,
Did you ever do that?
no.
I did once.
I did once too.
I think I was
feel
a
like
teenager.
Just for
Yeah.
funsies.
Yeah.
It's
I
done.
wanted to throw
I do
pasta
remember
at the
it's
wall.
sticking.
And I was like, well, do people actually do that? And they're like, no.
No.
So,
always just
all
try
these
it.
people going on down here,
Had to throw a hot
they're all going on. People have stuff going on.
Patreon supporters.
That's right.
All
Stop
over
slamming
the
things on the
place.
table.
I'm sorry.
She did it again?
Yeah.
I did.
Oops.
Stop giving me a pen that we don't use.
You are Britney Spears after all.
You are.
Aw, he
These
did it
people
again.
down here are our loyal Patreon supporters. They're the ones who give us anywhere from $1 to $1 million a month.
Well,
That would be nice.
Brian, you holding out on us.
Why am I still serving?
Yeah, why am I
Right?
still waiting tables?
Why are you still receiving, Brian?
So the question is, Jeremy, since you think you're so funny, what do these people get for their $1 plus a month on patreon.com/without parole games?
They get to hear us each week,
You're welcome.
alone, individual. I hit this. Talk about shit, whatever it is. I mean, we could show you a talent, show you an environment of which we are standing in at the moment that we're filming, or talk about something personal. That's basically what we do for a few minutes because we feel
It's like a
you
little
guys
talent
deserve
show.
a little bit extra. Yeah, we might show you talent.
Every week, one of us takes the role of the host, and then we film a little video for you, and we only make it available for Patreon supporters.
Yep.
Correct.
I
A
think
little
if you-
something extra.
And if you work here, we get it free. We get to see it.
We do.
We get to watch our own.
it's the only benefit
we
they get.
we
Actually,
get it as
strange.
time put in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, time
Yeah.
put in. Yeah,
So this week, you were moving.
moving still.
And you filmed yours on your phone. Usually we do it right here in the studio, so it
Yeah.
was nice to see a little change of environment.
Yeah.
Also a change of resolution. That was pretty low.
I'm sure.
Yeah, blow that
Close
up
to
on
1 in
your
the
phone
morning.
screen. Yeah.
Still, I fell asleep after I did that. I still did more work, and then I did some laundry. The dryer wasn't done. I laid down on the floor near the sliding door. Balcony area.
There you go. Yeah.
I laid there with the pillow. Next thing you know, it was 2:42 in the morning. Laundry was long done, and I had to drive home, which is only 2.5 minutes from there. Anyways,
And I
Should've got a hammock.
swear the videos are way more interesting than that makes it sound.
Some of them.
some of them.
All right, well, it's time to read some viewer takeover comments, starting with Potato Chobit.
Potato
I
Chobit.
I like that name.
Yeah.
Potato Chobit wrote on the Time Machine VR review. Boy, somebody's digging into our archives.
Yeah.
That's an old one.
Wow.
Wrote,
Right.
this game is $10 right now, bro. What up, bro? Buy, comma, don't buy, double question mark. Because The question marks
Is
are
it
back.
a double or is it
No,
a one?
it's a single. The question marks
It's
are
a
back.
single.
Listen.
So why did you do that?
Well, because as people think it's funny that we read the comments with question marks at the end, even though they don't actually have question marks, it's just my horrible, cheapo, free notepad, word processor that adds question marks sometimes. I don't know why.
Wow, it's kind of weird that it does that.
It does, but I had to clue people into
Yeah, but it's more
the
fun
fact,
that way.
because otherwise they're going to be like, that was my comment. Why'd they turn it into a
Why is it
question?
a question? Yeah.
You're now clued in. We're never going to tell you again. You're in the know.
You have to
We
refer to
probably
this
will,
episode.
actually.
Time Machine VR was a fantastic game, I thought. If you check out the review, don't check out the review. Man, I looked back at some of the old things we've done.
Yeah.
Whew.
When was that? How long ago?
I don't know, like 6 months ago?
A lot's changed in 6 months.
Lots of-
Even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even 8
It's a
months.
VR
it was,
review, so
it was
not
like,
too long ago.
Well, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Good call.
True.
But yeah, it's amazing how much has
Verifiable.
changed. People keep going back and watching the old episodes of the Gamescast, and I'm like, oh, what's this comment from? And I check out the episode, and I go, oh god, and I just cringe.
Yeah, you're like, ew.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
like real drunk on one of them.
One of them, Jesus.
Most of them.
Well, luckily I'm
No.
sober
There's a
now.
couple.
Yay! Congratulations. Michelle's
And
boring,
I've-
just like me.
Been for a while.
Not today.
So Time Machine VR, when it came out, was $30, and this was the very first example of what I thought was kind of price gouging, for
$30.
a limited audience. And it was a decent game. It like was quality for an early title,
Yeah.
but there wasn't a whole lot to do. Once you finish, it was like, oh, you can go back and do some stuff, but it's okay. For
Yeah.
$30, I was like, I recommend this game if you find it cheaper.
Okay.
$10?
$10.
You found it
Should we?
cheaper.
Absolute should we
Well,
for $10?
Potato Chobit found it cheaper.
What a great name.
Yeah.
I want to change my Twitter handle from That Would Be Dark to Potato Jobit.
Potato
You can't. It's taken.
Chobit.
How do you know he
Well,
has
that's
Twitter?
not a Twitter. Now he does.
Damn it, he just took it.
He took
He
it.
did.
Yeah.
Quick, before Brian gets there.
But I did
He's
want
still filming.
I did want to ask you guys a question.
What?
We on PlayStation VR Theater, we always put prices after we talk.
yeah.
You just
It's like
feel
an ugly
bad for
pug.
me, isn't it?
You just look at it and you're like, you want to pet it anyways, Aw.
Aw. Puppy with 3 legs.
Oh, those are even more
It's
adorable.
strange that's what you consider
Puppy
that,
with...
because I think that as well.
You
Wow.
shush.
That ain't
I'm
no
wearing
puppy.
I'm wearing shorts today. I didn't know you could see. So,
That thing's a full grown.
my question for you both.
Yes.
At $10, is that a risk worth taking? Right? Like what's the magical price point for you both where you're like, that seems like it could be good, but there's no reviews and no one's talking about it and I should check it out. I want to see what this game's like on my
Yeah.
own.
$10.
That's the magic number?
$5. I'm different though. My time is extremely limited. If I'm gonna
Right.
randomly
He's
spend
different.
cash,
10 to free. Anywhere
10
in
to
that
free.
range.
I'll go 7 to free. I'll do that.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
Spider-Man
You don't have
proved
to lie,
that
though.
free doesn't work all the time.
Holy crap.
I
that
didn't
was a-
even try that one.
bad
I watched your review
experience.
and others' reviews, and it didn't. You couldn't web sling. I was out.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the. If they said
there
you could
was, like,
web
one
swing, I would do it.
It was. We won't talk
Yeah.
about that anymore. It was a
Shouldn't
bit-
we?
Shouldn't we? But for
Right,
$10, Time Machine VR.
Yes.
Yeah, why not? I haven't played it since it came out though, too. So you got to remember, we've all been evolving with the evolution of PlayStation VR. Games are looking better than they did even at launch 10
Right.
months ago.
They would, yeah.
Yeah. And
They do look a lot better, yeah.
They do, and so like it's funny because when the sale came up a couple of days ago,
Yeah.
there was a flash sale and there were all these great deals on games, and I was like, and I basically went to Des and I was like, listen, we're gonna have to do Gaming Without Parole episodes on some of these at some point.
Right.
We're gonna run out of games to talk about if we
Right.
don't just start
Gonna
covering
have
these
to go
games.
back, yeah.
So I just gave him a list. I was like, just buy all of these, right? And so he bought like Weeping Doll and Dying Reborn, and like all these games that I thought were pretty good, and they came out, and the text messages I've been getting from Des all day long have been like, this
Garbage.
right? So maybe not at any price, but I don't know.
Well, it's also maybe different now that he's coming from the perspective of
Starting with new
starting
games.
with Super Hot, for
Yeah,
instance.
that's true.
And then going back
Pedaling
to
backwards.
the very first of VR, where
Yeah,
you're
that's true.
Excellent
you're like,
point.
this is the very first of VR for me.
Yeah.
It's awesome because it's
Yeah.
the first time seeing this cool like world.
Right. It's like
For
starting
him,
with
it's
a
like,
PlayStation
I've seen
2
this
and then
cool
being
world.
like, hey, check out
That's
this
not a
PlayStation
cool
1
world.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
So it's interesting to see everyone's perspective
Yeah.
on that.
Good point.
Yeah. It's like going from Skyrim to like Legend of Dragoon. In its day was
Dragoon.
great, But going back to play it now, after playing Skyrim, you'd be like,
You're like,
oh, if it was your first time.
Yeah.
What do you got against Legend of Dragoon?
Nothing. It's a great game, but
It'll
we
make me
played
hurt
it
you.
way back then.
Maybe you shouldn't compare it to Skyrim.
I'm actually kidding. That game had horrible translation. That was like the worst
They
translated
all
Japanese
were.
game
If you
ever.
go back to play any of them,
Really?
they're terrible. All of them. But you forget you just played them.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
You're up next.
Oh, shit.
Asia.
And then
Okay.
Asia, and then Canada. That's a continent, right?
Yeah, but you stop.
I'm Hotep.
It's Emotep.
Emotep.
Yo,
It's Emotep.
yo, I'm emo.
Yo.
You're Tep.
Oh.
Yo.
And I'm, well, this guy's
There's no way
Jutaku.
anybody's still watching. Oh,
No.
Jotaku
No.
X.
X.
Love that guy.
Yeah. Yo, Game Cats. Wow. How about giving Polish Paul VR a few looks and subs? This guy rocks and has mentioned Without Parole on a few occasions. And just like Brian and the gang, he responds to most of his comments. Give him a chance?
I've seen Polish Paul VR online. I don't, unfortunately, keep up with any of my my YouTube brethren.
Is he Polish like, hello?
Yeah,
and
actually,
we have
he's got a super duper strong accent.
Golumki.
Where it's like he seems like a really nice guy, but yeah, there are times where I'm like, what do you say? What do you say?
I'm Polish.
What do you say? What do you say?
Polish Paul Zayalski.
Yeah, there you go. He seems like he does a good job.
Yeah.
But like I have to be honest, like I don't even have time for Dave Station or Frank
Yeah.
anymore because this is occupying all of our time. And the last thing I want to do is like see something on their channel and then copy it on accident, you know?
Yeah,
So
without
now you're-
realizing.
I don't want to
Yeah.
be influenced by their stuff. You know, Polish Paul.
I'll go check
VR,
it out.
Go check it out.
I won't be influenced.
Yeah. I mean, I must subscribe to him because he pops up on my suggestion feed all the time.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
So yeah, check him out. It's always good to have multiple sources of information. You don't want to just rely on us or just rely on Frank or Dave or anybody because we're all going to have different sources. We're all going to have different opinions and different viewpoints.
Yep.
And if you're obsessed with PlayStation VR like we are, then you should absolutely subscribe to everybody. Seraphim, PSVR World, Dave, Frank. Who am I missing? People.
I don't know.
People.
Yeah, people. Imagine all the people.
Again with him.
Again. All right. I'm up next. GG4RZA.
I'm thinking for Rizza.
I was thinking for Rizza.
Yeah.
But what's
GG
GG?
for Rizza.
What's a GG though?
Goo for Rizza. I don't know. GG for Rizza.
You say Goo?
Goo. Maybe his name is George Gregorio. I don't know. GG
George
for Rizza.
Gangsta.
Yo, if we
For
happen
Rizza?
to have gotten
Gangsta.
that right, then you gotta let us know below.
Oh, if I got that right.
Commenting on the breaking news.
Yes, he did.
As lame as the fishing game might sound, I have a feeling that it's going to be one of the more fun and addicting VR games released. It's just one of those ideas that is perfect for VR. No movement needed. Just sit there and fish?
Yes.
So he's actually talking about the Final Fantasy
Yeah,
15 Monster of the Deep
Yes, he is.
VR game that's coming out. And actually, it's even up on the store, like
Yep.
$29.99.
Yep, I just saw it today.
Yeah, that's rough though.
Well, I mean, but,
It's not in your
30.
$7 range.
It's not.
Okay,
And I
but-
loved Final Fantasy.
but it
15.
is Square Enix. Okay,
It is
so
Square
first of all, this will be our first, I think, right? First Square VR game.
Oh, totally.
So we have to see what kind of quality they bring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked into it, I'm not a person who likes fishing games or fishing at all or being outside, let's be fair.
Well, good thing you have to be inside for this.
Exactly.
It's true.
But there's but everything seems
Unless you're
customizable.
in
There's all
Australia
these
in
different
a tent.
locations to fish in. There's all these different reels and rods and spoons.
Oh, let's see what your
and forks.
fishing knowledge is.
Knives.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, plates,
Lures.
placemats.
Yes.
Nope.
Lures. That's another one. Yeah. So there's
Tests. How many pound tests fishing line? Anyhow,
No need to show off, Jeremy.
it's been a long time.
Would you guys play a fishing game in VR with those sexy Final Fantasy 15 guys?
I didn't like fishing in Final Fantasy.
Oh, you actually played Final Fantasy 15. Both of you guys did, right?
Oh, I
Yeah.
completed it. Yeah.
Finished
I
it.
didn't
Oh,
finish
yeah.
it.
See, Nansa, he does do things.
I do things in non-VR.
do.
do things.
Yeah.
So
You're not down? You're down.
I'm down because I remember in Zelda, which one was it?
The one with fishing.
The big one. What was that big one
Wind
everyone
Waker.
loved? No, N64.
jeez.
Time.
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
My
it's
favorite.
stressing me out over here.
Yeah, I haven't.
Please tell me now.
Majora's Mask and A Link to the Past were my favorites. But yeah, that one.
Yeah, Wind Waker.
Nope.
Stop that.
Why do I keep thinking Oracle instead of Ocarina? That's weird.
Ocarina of Time. Yeah. So they had the fishing in there, and I used to all the time just sit there and try to catch the biggest fish. I enjoyed it. And then with the Wii, when it came out, that piece of shit, I used to play the Reel Master, whatever the fuck it was. You know, we had cast, but the fishing reel with that.
I played that.
The sensor got blocked off because they had this fake fishing rail that you'd snap into this like unit that blocked the sensor. So it was like, oh my god. Regardless, yeah, I enjoy fishing games, and the VR one I think might be kind of fun.
Yeah,
actually. But $30, you're really killing my boner. I don't know if I could do that for $30.
Can you help with that?
I can't help
Not
with
for $30, you can't.
No.
20 maybe.
Yeah. 20?
Yeah, I'm strangely down for this. It's not something I'd be interested in on a flat screen. But like I say, I feel like it's just like I'm repeating myself week after week. But yeah, I mean, I'll give it a shot. And I mean,
I'm gonna let both of you give it a shot, and then I'm gonna go from there.
That's true.
That's pretty much how that's gonna go.
We'll have to wait till Brian gives it a shot.
Yeah, because Brian doesn't like fishing games, and I don't either.
2 move controllers, like one and the other one to do that kind of thing.
Good question. I don't think so. Though.
Can you imagine using like the aim?
Single move.
Can you imagine using the aim controller?
That would be sweet,
right?
Yeah, that might
it could work.
They're
not gonna do it, and then to like reel it in, you gotta
press a button.
like.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Interesting.
It'd be neat to the day when that does, when there's different type of attachments or peripherals.
I don't want to get into the Wii again.
Peripherals. That's a tough one. For like games like that, like the Wii had.
Yeah. I don't.
But it didn't work out with the Wii, and I don't want that.
Oh, are you kidding me? The Wii was like the biggest seller ever. It worked out, but I mean, we all hated it. But you know what I'm saying.
All right.
What I want.
I do own all of those attachments. It's true.
Oh, but those are just the plastic ones that like just snap on.
And
yeah,
do anything.
Snap-ons.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
like the fucking wheel. Stupid.
The only new attachment, or the Jesus Christ, you got me thinking of strap-ons. The only, no, I will not. The only new controller I want are the obvious Move 2.0s, whatever they're going to call them, with the analog sticks in the Move controllers, and I'm good. And in fact, this would be a great game for one of those controllers. You get the trigger, you get the move, you get to do this, and then you get the analog stick to like do the finer movements. You know, or maybe the reel or something. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So
I'm going with the aim controller.
Yeah,
I think we should. Am I up next?
You are.
You're up.
I'm Mexico. This is Ginger Time wrote somewhere. I didn't apparently figure this one out.
Redhead?
Yeah, I hope so. Ginger Time wrote, "Hey Brian." Oh, hi.
Hey Brian.
What's going on? I wrote, "So hyped for Skyrim. How do you think PlayStation VR Skyrim VR will deal with the HUD? Will the health, stamina, magic bars be on the hands? And what about the compass? I'm thinking the clairvoyant spell will get used a lot." I don't know if that's a real question mark or not. To be honest, I don't know. My reality is baby. So in the comments, the thing that I came up with for the HUD is strange, right? Because when you're in VR and something non-VR happens, like you get a little notification or something, or subtitles, right? And they pop up down below.
Yeah.
They're not part of the world you're inhabiting.
Yeah.
They kind of pull you out of the immersion. But something that Dino Frontier did really well. This is the comment I left for Ginger Time. Why did I think he was Ginger Lord?
Time.
Ginger Lord.
Maybe it's Ginger Time Lord.
It's an epic.
Ooh, a Time Lord.
Maybe. Tell me if that was a thing.
Maybe he's a doctor.
Involving midgets.
Didn't see that after all.
Time Lord, doctor.
Yeah, they stole God's map to the
Doctor
universe.
Who?
Anyways, Doctor Who?
I think Jeremy should have a movie corner.
Maybe.
We watch a movie and he sits in the corner.
Anyways, Ginger Time.
Yeah, Dino Frontier did this awesome, I think, because the whole time you're sitting there and you get your hands and you're moving around the environment and stuff, and you feel like you're there, and they did a really good job with the immersion that way.
Yeah.
And then if you need a menu, just kind of look off to the side, and then like this HUD basically fades in. And you got a little menu, you grab what you need, and then it disappears because you're not looking over there anymore.
Sweet.
And then you got it in your hand.
It's convenient.
Do what you got to do. So I didn't play enough Skyrim. I played like an hour,
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, really?
Oh, this is going to be all new to me.
Oh, shit,
I am
Brian.
so excited to play Skyrim for the first time, and I'm going to do the whole thing in VR, just like I promised
Brian.
everyone I was going to do Resident Evil in
Now
VR.
I wonder
God.
if you're gonna have a different experience than us who
And
have
a
played
better
it.
one.
So many hours.
Yeah.
That's true, Brian. Yeah, I've sunk a lot of hours into that.
Oh,
Holy
yeah.
crap.
I'm ready to give up my life for this game.
Several times.
Well, you're
over,
gonna have
yeah.
to because
Yep.
My God.
It's been fun.
Wow. I didn't realize you never played it. Yeah.
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 No, like an hour. That's all I did. I think I killed one dragon and I was out.
Forget it after that. Yeah.
So that's all there was. Don't worry. So yeah. So there's do you guys have a better way to present the HUD? To present your health, your stamina.
I
all
like
that
that
stuff?
idea that it just
Yeah,
kinda
that is
comes
pretty
into
neat.
play and then it just fades out. Like that's
Yeah.
it's convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really convenient. So
I mean, that would be the best way, but who knows? Maybe
and
they
since
just,
they've done it before too, maybe they will do it again.
Yeah.
I think the coolest thing is in Fallout 4, if we ever finally get that on VR. I mean, what was it in the actual game? You'd hit triangle and it would bring up the Pip-Boy.
Yeah.
But in VR, you wouldn't have to go to a separate menu screen. You could just look down
And there would be,
Right.
yeah.
and you could have the menu right there on your wrist.
Yeah.
I don't know if Skyrim has a Pip-Boy equivalent.
No.
Nothing like that.
No, it was just the compass. Yeah. It
Okay.
would be there. And I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, no, it would
Good
be cool.
question.
It would be cool to have like a compass strapped to your arm and like your health meter and stuff.
There wasn't
Maybe
much.
your blood veins and stuff would like indicate how healthy you are. Something that's not like just a meter, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I'm
going to be
suddenly
awesome with the
thinking we need
fats.
those like the gloves again and you can like
Oh, the power gloves.
actually interact. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be sweet. Get
That would
rid of
be
the move
super cool.
controls.
Completely get rid of the move controllers and
Because
just have
VR
them.
is not expensive
Right?
enough.
Right.
All right. Whose turn?
Jeremy.
Oh, shit. What is this? Ubikissed?
Also, one of our newest Patreon supporters.
Ubikissed.
Thank you so much,
On the wrap-up,
sir or madam.
Ubikissed.
noisy people in the cinema are just selfish.
Agreed.
Oh.
It's like people listening to music on their phones with the loudspeaker, which sucks. Remember in the 80s with the boombox? Yeah, that was totally
Like
different.
Ricardo when he comes into work.
Yeah.
He totally does that.
Boombox was a big thing.
Yeah, but it's a guy at work, right?
Yeah.
He plugs his phone into a speaker that he carries around in his
backpack.
It's
Oh.
a thing now. It almost looks like an Amazon
because he
Echo.
uses
It's like
a bike
Oh,
to
wow.
get
It's
to
like
work,
a
though.
girthy, throbbingly.
and it's got great sound
Thing.
quality.
I mean,
But this is worse when people stop it. Stop
It was you said big
Poor-
throbbing.
I said
I
girthy
didn't-
and throbby. She
Okay.
really was like all about it.
I missed the reference. I apologize. You can throw your schlong out there as often as
Thank
you.
you. I appreciate that.
So Eduardo brings what?
Ricardo.
Ricardo.
Yeah, it's like the cylinder.
Close.
It's a cylinder
Close.
thing that looks like an Amazon Echo. Or
Yeah,
whatever they're
alright.
called. And but it's just one big speaker that he
Right.
plugs his phone
And
into,
it's
throws it in his
loud.
backpack,
So
and it's so
loud.
loud. So he's walking down the street and he's got like basically a boombox.
Wow.
Not in his ear.
It's actually really cool, kind of.
It's all right.
It's
Yeah.
cool, but annoying to everyone else.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It always was in the 80s, but whatever. I get it.
But what Ubikissed is talking about,
Yeah.
using the loudspeaker on the phone instead of headphones, is even more annoying than what Ricardo does.
Yeah.
Because it's that tinny, crappy sound.
Oh, wicked bad.
Oh, yeah.
And it
and
all
it's like-
sounds the same. It just
Yeah.
sounds like somebody across the hall is going.
There's no enjoyable
Yeah.
sound that comes out
At
of
least
it.
his
yeah.
sound is like
Like the way it
actually
should
it
be.
should be.
tinny,
Yeah.
crappy.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And,
Yeah, that's
and,
terrible.
And we work in a restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you were aware, sir.
You do? They are tossers.
They are tossers.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for finishing the
Yeah.
statement, the comment. They are tossers?
No, I'm going to agree with them. They are tossers. Period.
Yeah, people that come in and eat in the restaurant
Yeah.
do this. They sit at the
Really?
bar and do it. They sit in like
They'll play
in the
music while
dining
they
room.
sit there and drink.
Sometimes music. Sometimes they'll just play YouTube videos. Sometimes they're watching us.
Oh, that's.
'Cause I'm like, hey,
oh,
check
it's
out
the
our
worst
channel.
one.
Maybe
like,
they put
actually have
music and watching you
They
walk
do that
by.
in
How annoying.
And it's like, boom.
Yo, I come with my own
Dum,
soundtrack. They don't need.
And he's like, yeah, you never know, Brian. Or Michelle. You know?
Come with your own soundtrack.
I come to my own soundtrack.
Well,
So yeah, it's super annoying. If you're a person that does this, just fucking stop it.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
true.
Just
you're
don't.
awful, and you probably don't tip well. 20% people, 20%. It's a
At
thing.
least.
All right.
I would say at least 20%.
Thank you. I'm going bare
I
minimum
appreciate
here. Okay?
that, but
Trying not to ask for more than
Yeah.
our share.
You probably
Oh,
don't remember. I'm
my
not a
turn.
cheap
Okay.
tipper, am I?
Hey, you're great,
It's been a while.
and you're adorable. So
Fun.
it's like best of both
Win-win.
worlds.
It's a win-win.
Well, thank
Thomas H. The wrap-up.
you. Hey, isn't that my brother? My popcorn
Your
brother?
popcorn brother?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Ooh,
Hello.
popcorn?
Yeah.
Love popcorn.
Not a huge fan, neither of us.
I just want pizza.
Stop that.
We'll stop as soon as I get my pizza.
All right. Thomas
Terrified.
H. says, you know you've made it when you can say, I'm usually playing a game that I'm not supposed to. Tell people I have.
True.
Brian Paul, you are the Greg Miller of VR.
So yeah, last week on the episode, I said
That's quite the compliment.
But you know what?
Jesus Christ.
It is quite a compliment, but it also brought something to my attention. It was sort of a douchey thing to say.
Where you wrote
that like. No. My response. I was just trying to be funny with my response.
It was wicked funny.
But last week when I said that I had my online status set to appear offline, and the reason was because I'm usually playing a game I'm not supposed to tell people I have. Yeah. Like it definitely. I think it came across wrong. It sounded a little douchey.
I didn't think of it that way. You're right.
So that was it's a new thing for me. Like people sending me games to play. I want to explain something real quick.
Stop being such a jerk.
Stop being such a douche, Brian. I want to explain something because I've gotten random comments and messages from people saying, "Hey, you shouldn't talk about getting review keys. You shouldn't talk about when you get things free from developers." I'm not like that. I want to tell you. I want to be transparent about how things work. If you're unfamiliar with the way that, like, and I'm going to call this games journalism in the loosest sense possible. Yeah. Because all we do is sit around and play video games and talk about them. Yeah. That's about it. Yeah. What happens is like a developer will send you the game for free before it comes out so that you have time
to review.
To play
understand
it.
And
fully play it before the review the release comes around so that you have enough time to fully experience it and give it a fair review. Yeah. Because, this week we got like 4 new games coming out all at the same time, and if I had to wait till the last minute to play them all, then I'd have to rush through some of them, and some of them wouldn't get a fair shake, and maybe I might have to skip over some of them.
And somebody else would already have a review up.
Also true, right? So it benefits them and it benefits us as a channel. But too many people focus on you got a game for free, so now you owe the developer something, and that's not the case. No matter who you're talking about. Like there are definitely places I don't trust with reviews because they're always super positive. Yeah. But I'm also very positive, and I don't owe developers anything, right? Mm-hmm. I just want to be very clear that yes, very often these days it's a brand new phenomenon. Because for until just months ago, I paid for almost every single game that I played, every single game I reviewed, and this is a new thing. But I just want to be absolutely transparent and clear that this is how things work, and it does not affect my opinion at all. Yeah. Also, I love Greg Miller. I've met him like 3 times. He's a very cool dude, and if I'm the Greg Miller of VR, then that is definitely the coolest compliment of all time. Yeah, that guy's awesome. Yeah. And finally, Alexander Keller wrote on Gaming Without Parole, episode 100.
Congratulations! Confetti!
Not edited in.
Sparkles.
No, we'll just pretend.
Oh, no, edit in the sparkles.
Nope.
Okay.
So yeah, but pretty cool that we made it to 100 episodes.
Yeah, really.
That was a big deal for us, and we're very proud of it. And I'm actually really proud of episode 100 itself, because it took a lot of work to edit and like create some new artwork for it, and we got some new music for it. And I think it was just a pretty decent episode from beginning to end. Sweet. So check that out if you don't watch it already. You should.
Go to Gaming Without Parole.
Just scroll down. It's somewhere down there. Yeah. They're already on the channel. So Alexander Keller wrote, as much as I would love new Move 2.0 controllers, which we were just talking about, I think Sony needs to wait until PlayStation 5 and PlayStation VR 2. PlayStation VR is the budget version of the 3 big VR players, and they just convinced us to buy the AIM controller. If we get yet another controller we have to buy, and games start only supporting the new controller, we are going to have a lot of angry people feeling forced to pay more than they were promised from the start.
2 million angry people.
Yeah. I respect your opinion, Alexander. I wholeheartedly disagree. Yeah. I think you've got 2 million people all asking for the same thing. Yes. And somebody's got to give it to us, or there's going to be a riot.
Yeah. I think of it in the sense where we got into it, and it is a budget because we were skeptical. Yeah. We see that it's pretty amazing. Now we're willing to invest a little more.
That's kind of it, right? It helped us. It helped. The price point got us through the door.
See what it has to offer. Now we're like, all right, how can we make this better? Yeah. How can you make this better?
Yeah. Absolutely. And I don't have I think the other thing that you have to keep in mind, and everyone has to keep in mind, including developers, is that almost everyone, well, okay, let's start over. Everyone has a DualShock 4. Okay? Some people have 2 Move controllers.
Yeah.
Some people have 1 Move controller until
Some
recently.
people recently had
I got
2.
2.
Some people have an aim controller,
Right.
right? And then when these new controllers come out, I think they're going to sell like crazy if they do,
Yeah.
right? But even fewer people will have the new controllers,
Right.
Yeah.
right? So developers have to be aware that every single game we put out had better support that DualShock 4.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? If it's a game that supports the aim controller, absolutely do it. Support those Move controllers if you're going to have separate hands in your
Right.
game.
Yeah.
But and then also support the new controllers.
Yeah.
Just make sure that everybody who has a PlayStation VR can play your game. We're already seeing issues. Like Paranormal Activity should have had DualShock option out the door.
Give us all the options.
Give us all the options.
Please do.
Like Farpoint, which
And then we'll play how we want to play.
Yeah.
Farpoint, which was sold with the aim controller.
Yeah.
I know you could buy it separately, but that gave us so many options to play. You could run around and use a DualShock to aim your gun and do
Right.
this. I was like, this is not fun, but it's at least something I can
But
do.
at least I can do
If
it
I
if I
don't
don't
own it.
have.
Right? With all
Yeah.
the millions of people who wanted the aim controller and couldn't
I
find
finally
it.
have a name
Maybe not
controller.
millions, but you know, a lot of
Couple
people.
thousand.
Yeah. Quite a few thousand.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Definitely get a name controller though.
Definitely get
Yeah.
an aim controller.
It's
Yeah,
so
worth
cool.
having.
Yeah.
Pretty solid.
It's awesome.
Well built.
This is so great. We all have aim controllers. We all have move controllers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we're a real VR podcast.
Yeah. It's getting there.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Hey guys, make sure
All
you
right.
support us on Patreon, patreon.com/. Without Parole Games. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you don't already. And on top
Subscribe.
of all of that,
Like.
if you want us to talk about your comment or your question on next week's episode, just leave a good one.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's
requirement.
pretty much it.
Don't worry, I'll find it. I scour the comments every week.
Yep. Not an insulting one, but just a comment.
Do you guys love all these guys? Do we
Absolutely.
collectively love all the Gamecast?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's official.
Right.
We all love you all.
We do.
We do.
I'm Brian, that's Jeremy, this
We
is Michelle,
do.
and we'll see you next week.
So what?
I still think it's awesome.
When you're like 78 and have grandkids, you never know, Brian. You could be like, check out what grandkids.
Can you adopt grandkids?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't want to adopt
Well, if
kids.
you're-
I want to adopt
you-
grandkids.